One final custom query I wanted to show you before we move on is how you can write multiple loops inside of your page template file. And we can do so by making use of a function known as the wp_reset_post data. So right now, currently we do have one custom query which will display all posts from all categories except those from the category that has an ID of 2. Now we can decide to write another custom loop just below this one. However, before we can write additional custom loops, we need to reset our post. We need to reset our current loop, rather. We need to reset it back to its original state. And we can do that by making use of this function known as the wp_reset_post data. So let's see how this is going to work. Now, for purposes of this particular example, I have gone ahead to create 3 additional posts, and I've added each one of them to one category. So books now has 2 posts, videos has 2 posts, and slides has 2 posts as well. So I would encourage you to go ahead and do the same. Make sure they have a title, some dummy content, and a featured image and a category as well. All right. Let's do this. The first thing I'm going to do right now would be to write a custom loop that will display only posts from the books category. All right. So let's do that again. Let's come over here. Category right now. I'm going to change this to category_name. And that's going to be books. All right. Let's first of all save this. Now let's go to our page. And all right, so I have post 6 and post 1. These are the 2 posts that belong to the category of books, right? Now, what if I wanted to write a second custom query that would only display posts from the category of slides? Let's do that. I'm going to bring this guy back in here. And what I'm going to do is actually over here at the very top, all right, I am going to add a comment. And I'm going to say display posts from the books category. All right. Now, just at the very end of the actual loop itself, where we have the end if, I am going to bring out the function php wp_reset_post data. All right, there you go. So right now, this is the very first custom loop that we've written. So we can now go ahead and write a second one. So all I'm going to do right now will just be to copy this. All right, let's jump down over here and paste everything all over again. Let me open up my PHP tag right over there. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do right now will just be to change this to slides. Let's go with slides. Change from the books category right now, change that one to slides as well. And we are good to go. However, what I want to do will be to add some HTML. So let's do this. Just above the H1 title, what we have over here, let's change this to an H2 actually. Let's change that to an H2. H2. And now in H1, I am going to say books category. Let's close that, H1. And we'll do something very similar here as well. Let's make this an H2. Make this an H2. Let me just copy this entire line. Come back down here. And of course, we're going to say slides category. Slides category. Let's save. And now let's see what's going to happen. Refresh the page. And there you go. We have the books category with the first 2 posts. We have books category in here as well. And now down in here, we have the slides category, repeating slides category. And we can actually do this a lot better. Rather than having the category names constantly repeating for each post under that category, let's do this instead. All right. Let's remove the H1 from outside of the loop. So we can paste that just above the actual loop itself. So we have h1 right there. And we have the same thing in here as well. Let's remove that one and let's paste it over here. All right. So what we've done right now is to remove the HTML indicating the name of the category from our loop. So right now the names of the category should display only once. So let's save, go back in here again, refresh. So now we have books category, we have post 6 with the featured image, some text. Now we have post 1. Same thing with the slides category. It's showing only once right now because we've removed the HTML from our loop. So I just wanted to give you an example of what happens whenever you place any sort of content inside of a loop. It will constantly repeat that content for each post inside of that loop. Let's go ahead and write one last custom loop. So what I'm going to do right now will be to copy everything all over again. Let's copy that, paste that down here. And right now I am going to change slides here to custom category, all right? Custom category. And I'm going to say display post from all categories. All right. Now I'm going to remove what we have over here, category name of slides. I'm going to remove that. Let's open up a new line. And what I'm going to say right here would be posts per page. This is another parameter, posts per underscore page. And I am going to say just 3. All right, let's go with 3. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we are displaying posts from all categories. However, we're only going to display 3 of them. All right, so let's save this again. And now let's refresh the page. And now let's go all the way down here where we have our custom category. So we now have post 6, we have post 5, and now we have post 4. Each one of these guys are from the 3 different categories. So this is just an example of how you can rewrite custom loops over and over again. You just have to make sure that you employ the use of the WP underscore reset underscore post data function. So this can be very useful if you're trying to develop a theme that is designed in such a way that maybe on the home page you display the first 5 posts from a specific category, and then in the next section you display the next 5 posts from another category, and so on and so forth. So it is a very useful function to be aware of. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, if you have any questions about this, you're not sure what's exactly happening, again, you have to ask, okay? Ask questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next class.